Hey everybody, this is David at Barnyard Bees. I just wanted to announce before our video about doing the split. I made that video about a week ago and I will be posting it tomorrow, which is July 19th. Today's July 18th. July 27th, we're having one of our coffee bee chats at the store at Barnyard Bees, 215 East Market Street, Chatsworth, Georgia. Anyone interested in coming to our bee chat, we will be serving coffee, donuts, and just sitting around chatting, chit-chatting, and people ask questions. We're getting into midsummer, I guess, and it will be a good opportunity for people to come in and ask questions and learn about beekeeping, about moving towards fall, about what you need to do next and mite treatments and such. And also we're going to have a nuke pickup day. Anyone interested in going ahead and getting your order in, we're also going to try to line up a bunch of nukes to go out that day. And then also anyone interested in going ahead and getting their orders in for 2020, either nukes or packages, we will be taking those as well. Now we'll get back to the video of doing splits, but don't forget the Coffee Bee Chat, July 27th. Come join us and we will chit chat about bees and answer a lot of questions. Hey everybody, this is David at Barnyard Bees. What I'm doing today is I'm doing splits with some of our mated queens. I'm not using a queen cell, I'm not using a virgin queen. I'm using one of our Barnyard Bee mating queens. And anyone that wants to do, I did a previous videos about doing splits. Now, you can do bigger splits when you use a mated queen because there's less risk of losing those bees. And the reason being is she's already mated. She doesn't have to fly out and risk getting eaten by a dragonfly, a purple martin, all kind of birds, who knows what. I mean, there's a lot of birds that eat bees and dragonflies. So she's going to be in the hive. She's going to stay in the hive. So I just want to show you how we do a split here. This is how I do a split at Barnyard Bees. And you can do them right in the same yard. You don't have to move them a mile, 2 miles, 3 miles, 5 miles down the road. They're very simple to do. I already got this one started so I could do this one hand and show you. So basically all I do is look for the queen, get her in the light good, right there she is. And what I'll do is I'll move that queen. And I talked about this before, but just a little refresher how I do this. I make sure the box is cleaned out to begin with. And make sure a fresh beetle trap goes in. So this is a box that's been cleaned out, a new box. So what I do, the box that I'm moving from is going to get most of the foragers back. So it's going to have a lot of bees, plenty of bees. So doing the split, I move three frames of bees with the queen to the new box, which is right here. And this right here is a frame of honey. This is the frame with the queen and a lot of capped brood. And then we'll look and see what else we can move here. Now another thing I'll do too, I'll do a box change out. I talked about that in the video before this. At this time of year, it's hive beetle season and it's at peak. And this will keep going right up through September as long as it's warm. So it's time right now. I want people to take this serious. If you got weaker colonies, even stronger colonies, get in there and help them out. Put your beetle barns in. We got our beetle barns in here, baited up, ready to go. I want to show you how effective these beetle barns are. If you look right here, there's one trap that I just pulled out of this hive right here. But always check the traps. There's a little bit of bait left. And let's see, I'll pour it out of here where you can see it. How many? There's that many hive beetles. I don't know, 100 maybe? quite a few of them. Some of them already fell out when I opened it up. They hit the ground. That's quite a few hive beetles. These make a huge difference in your hives. They'll reduce your numbers greatly, and I mean that's a lot of hive beetles right there. And you can still see still got a little bit of bait right there in the center. And we'll rebait it and stick it in there, stick it back in there. Barnyardbees.com if you need any beetle barns. And what we'll do a box change out, and I'll grab one of the boxes that I've cleaned up a few days earlier and put it in its place, put all these frames in there, and then we'll get in there and smash any hive beetles that's left in this hive. And that's how we'll do that. So what I'm going to do here, let's see if I find a good candidate. The frame here to the left of me is just a frame of honey. So I want to leave one frame of honey with the bees here, and I already got some honey over there. I want to see what's on this frame here. This one's grown pretty good. It's got a lot of cap brood, and as they're hatching out, if you can see in the light, they're filling them in those spots, or she is, with eggs. You can see some eggs right there as they're hatching out. So this is not shotgun pattern or anything like that. A lot of people say that this is, you can see right there in those cells as they're hatching. She's getting in there, the bees are polishing them out, and then she's relaying them. See right there's a pesky hive beetle. Hate those things. And what I'm going to do is try to pick that frame right there. I'll leave it, and I'm going to leave that honey frame. This makes a good colony to get started with a mated queen. So remember, this hive is established. It's already has a mated queen in there. So what I'll do, and this is a full sheet of foundation, and this one right here is already drawn out a little bit. So I'm gonna drop that frame in there, and the queen's in here. This is queen right. I'll put the feeder on it, and then what I'll do, I'll go with let me put it on pause, and I'll go get my queen. Okay, I'm back. Now, when we now I'll look in this box. Before I get on another subject. If there's not tons of hive beetles in there, and not a lot of, see how the bottom of it's pretty clean. The bees have done a really good job of keeping the bottom cleaned out. There is a few hive beetles, so I will change it out. I see some down there in the corner, so I won't take a chance on those. But what I'll do, I won't have to show this on video, but right here's our mated queen. She's in the cage, ready to go. A good opportunity for us at Barnyard Bees to do splits is what we do. We'll pull, last week we pulled 200 queens, and we never know from week to week because it varies. You know, one week we may sell 200, 300, next week we may sell 100 queens a week. You just never know from week to week. So it's a guessing game. We pull out 200 queens, and whatever's left over is a good opportunity for us to go and do splits with them. So we'll take our queens back, shard, and install them and do splits, and increase our hive count. So that's what we're doing. That's what I'm doing today. So what I'll do, I'm just going to go ahead and pull this frame out, and what I'll do, this is how I'll do it. I'll just show you exactly how I'll do it. I'll go find a box that's pretty clean, and I'm going to put it here, and I'll be right back. Okay, here is my new box. I stand in the wrong position here. And there's the cat's in the way. What I'll do, I'll just bring this box down temporarily, lay it on the ground, because I'm going to have to clean it out and kill those hive beetles. And then, got a few ants right there, look at that. They don't seem to get in the hive too much, so they're not really an issue. So what I'll do, I'll put my new box right here, ready to go, and instantly those bees will start coming right back in there. And I'll just stick my frame in here. Now remember, this is the queenless colony right here. It's gonna, I put more frames of bees and capped brood in the colony that I moved with the queen, because we will lose some of those, or most of the foragers, coming back to this hive. Now, this is the reason I do this. Some people don't do it this way. This out, look at the hive beetles right there. I got to get that beetle barn in there immediately. But let's go ahead and do that. Pull these frames over. I usually take the beetle barn and I like to drop it in and push it towards the back corner like that, because the bees will corral the hive beetles and they'll try to escape into the beetle barn, and then they'll eat the bait and die inside the beetle barn. Pull them out once a week, clean them, clean the propolis off, rebait them. But like I said, the reason that I do that, now some people they'll shake bees out on the ground and get all the nurse bees going back in the split, and the foragers will go back to the original colony. And to me, this is more even and less traumatizing on the bees. For one thing, when you start shaking bees off of frames that has royal jelly in them, I don't know if a lot of people know this, but you're killing a lot of those bees when you do that. You're killing a lot of that larva. So if you don't have to shake those frames that has larva, now capped brood, it's okay, but if it's got larva on it and you shake them, you will jar that royal jelly and you'll actually drown that larva. So this is less traumatizing on them. It's so much easier. This works wonderful for us. The queen and the strength is in the colony that we moved right there. Still got to put the feeder on it. Now, remember, people will say, well, now they don't have foragers. These are graduating foragers every day. So even though it may take them a couple days to graduate foragers, they got plenty of resources until then. They got plenty of honey, they got plenty of pollen. It helps them build up faster. You'll have 2 colonies build up really quick this way by using a mated queen. Now, the reason, to go back and remind people why we don't do it with a virgin queen and a queen cell with so many bees, is you're risking all those bees and a lot of time. So when you do splits like that, it's better to do it with few bees as possible. You don't want to invest a whole lot of bees in a virgin queen or a queen cell, because it's no guarantee that she's going to fly out and get mated, and then if she does fly out and get mated, that she's going to be a good quality queen. That's the reason you only invest a few bees. When she comes back and she proves herself a good layer, then you can drop in a frame of capped brood and build her numbers up quickly. But with a mated queen, she is a guaranteed good layer. She don't have to fly back out, so it doesn't hurt to invest a few more bees in it. But still, even still, we only got 2 frames invested in it, because the other 3 frames are with the mated queen. So this is why we do it this way, and they build up fast, and that's how we do it, and it works wonderful for us. But I just wanted to show that. So all we'll do now is I'll find 3 empty frames. Now here's our mated queen. Now ideally, I'm only doing this for demonstration purposes only, to show you. Ideally, it's good to let this colony go here for about 8 hours before you introduce this queen. So that's what you want to do. Is one thing that helped is when we changed the box out, a lot of people don't think about this. Pheromones inside that box are no longer, because we got a brand new box in there. That helps some. That'll decrease your time needed to introduce your new queen, because there's a brand new box in there with no pheromones stirring around absorbed in that box. So, but ideally 8 hours is a good time to wait. At least 4 if you're in an extreme hurry, and preferably no longer than 12. but within that range it is best for you to install your mated queen. So you basically just look, I got a bumblebee in there trying to move around. They'll catch that bumblebee and kill it if they get a chance. Okay, so there's our queen. We've got our beetle barn in there, and I'll put another, look at this frame right here. This is one that was cut out, old wax, and I always leave a little bit of wax on top. That helps encourage them a lot to start building on that. And then here's a full sheet that I'll actually put on top. Now I wouldn't have had to done this. I could have done started off with it with an empty, and then went with a full with the bees, and the empty, full with the bees, and another empty. You can do that as well. So then I just put my feeder back on, the lid back on. Everybody's got different ways of marking their hive. What I do when I install a bunch of queens, I'll put a double brick on like this right here in the front, hanging over the side just a little bit, and that shows me that there is a queen installed in there, but it's still in the cage. Now it helps too to write on the dates on top with a magic marker, but this will help you visually see it from a distance away, because if you just write it here, then you gotta go by and look at every top, where I can just glance across the yard like right there and see that double brick. You know there's queens in there that need released. I know I installed them today. Today's Sunday. I'll go back about Tuesday and check, or Wednesday, and make sure they're released. Go in there and pull them out. And then you can go and write queen installed so-and-so day and such like that. So that's how we do it. That's how we do the splits. Now, here's the bees right here, and what I'll do, so this is the old box. And I'll get my hive tool, and I'll usually drop the bees, encourage a few of them to fly. When you do that, some of them will come up and fly in their colony. And I know it's time consuming, but a lot of times the best way is just to start smashing hive beetles as you see them. Now, usually what I'll do too, I'll lean this, because you gotta remember some of these are nurse bees that can't fly. So what I'll do is just kind of lean it up like this. And there's not a whole lot of beetles in here. I wouldn't have done this at first if there was a lot of beetles, because I would have focused on smashing a lot of them. My smoker's probably about out now, so I'd show you what I do. I don't know if there's got any smoke left in it or not. Yeah, I let it set too long, got the gabbing too much. But usually what I'll do, I'll just start smoking here on the bottom like that, and it's completely out. It's got maybe just a little bit left in it. But anyway, when you start smoking them, those bees will rise and they'll come up to the top. And you can also, while you're doing this, reach in there and smash the hive beetles while they're going up. You see how they're coming up and they're going right in the hive. Now this will at first have advantage, like I said, with the foragers and a few extra bees, but that queen down there won't stop laying. She'll keep laying. She'll have plenty of room to lay now, so she'll start laying like crazy. And then before it's over, these two nukes will be about equal. Within about a month, both of them will be pretty much the same. So that's about it. I just wanted to show you that, how we do a split like that when we just doing like a trying to empty out some of these heavier packed hives before they swarm. You know, this is what we need to do a lot of times when we don't have time, and what happens, they end up swarming because there gets to be too many bees in them. So that's what I'm doing today. I'm gonna keep on going down through here and do this. And don't forget, 2020 packages. I gotta keep reminding people this, because we got them before anybody's got them or will have them. So barnyardbees.com, queens all the way from now, well actually from May all the way up through September, we'll have mated queens. Beekeeping supplies, barnyardbees.com. Don't forget, check out our Facebook and Instagram page. We try to put pictures on there all the time for people to see. And And that's about it. Don't forget, please share our videos, share these with a new beekeeper. Click on the little bell, like and subscribe. Thanks for watching. Barnyard Bees.